turn and go in. And something really beautiful happened. Each person that was stepping into the circle was giving a completely different sound, a completely different inspiration to the others, to the other sound. So you could see somebody entering the circle, and all at once, everybody's sounds were extremely sweet and mellow. And then somebody else would enter the circle, and the sound was strong and loud and very secure. It was amazing. It was amazing. And, you know, it happens, people got really touched by it. Some people cried, some people laughed, some people almost fell asleep. It was beautiful. So I like doing this and asking people to be open and trying this. You can try to yourself with your friends. It's really fantastic. You don't need me.
Have you ever offered that at Naropa?
As
a workshop or anything?
I haven't, actually.
No, I think, would you be open to that? I think it'd be great to set that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, great. Is this room good enough?
Oh, yes. I love this room. My heart is like hurting at the idea that we won't have it for much longer.
Yeah.
But I love this room so much.
Yeah, for those who don't know, this campus was sold. I don't know if that's confirmed or it's in the works of being sold. So we only have about a few years here. It has been. And we'll start leaving here in 2027. And I think we have to be out of here completely by 2029. Yes. Yeah.
That's correct.
It's bittersweet, you know. It's the turn of the tides. It's the changing of the leaves of the seasons. And it's really an honor, I think, to be here during that changing process. A huge honor. So I think we should definitely make the most of this space and the campus while we
agree.
Well, we have you here, certainly, with the opportunities. Yeah, in the military, singing more so in the aspect of a cadence is imperative to get everybody in alignment with being a part of a unit, a team. You know, I mean, it's a very simple 1, 2, left, right, but you get some very creative gentlemen and ladies sometimes who start going into these crazy hymns just to march people. And it's been a few years since I've really listened to one of those cadences, and I saw one the other day. I came up on my feed. I got so emotional. And it was just this gorilla of a man, massive gentleman. I think he was a Marine. Definitely wasn't Air Force. Big dude, and you know the cadence was something about. I'm definitely not going to sing it, but the story was, you know, you're putting on the uniform.
You're making the shower so you can sing.
I'm going to have to pull it up, but it was about how you're putting on a uniform and you're going to go through these challenges. I assume this was recorded in boot camp, and the people at home aren't going to understand what you're going through. They're not going to understand what you go through after boot camp. They're not going to fully understand you even when you come home on leave. And it was so powerful. And I think on a larger scale, that's the power of music in general. You know, even in like a ceremony space, the Shipibo people is really who I kind of lean on and look towards. And the music that they share with the Ikaros is all about you and your journey. We can share the ceremony, but each person has their own journey. And you can try to explain it as best you can, but it's an emotional thing for sure, and a beautiful, beautiful aspect of, I think, the human experience.
Yes. I want to also add, if you don't mind, it's your journey, but then it's everybody's journey, because we are all connected, especially in those kind of ceremonies. This becomes really, really clear, how there is no separation, there's no duality. We are the same magma. We are just part of the same thing, and we look different, but we are exactly the same, all of us. And the songs, the Icaros, are extremely important to create that geometry that keeps all this love and growth together, which everybody experiences at the same time in their own way, indeed. But you were talking about military songs, like in all cultures, since the beginning of times, work songs have been sung, always. Everywhere you look in the planet, there are work songs, there are celebration songs. Well, we still do that, like, don't we sing happy birthday when somebody's have a birthday, or we go like to the match and we see it.
Don't do it.
You don't want me to sing.
No.
So it's his birthday. And ooh. And yes, I'm going to sing happy birthday. Is it really bad if
I think I did it to myself. I was trying to have this event and just do it. No one would know it was my birthday. And then, yeah, my girlfriend was like, hey, guess what? So thanks for that.
Actually, it wasn't her. It was him behind her. I
Bill.
don't want to say.
Thank you,
So,
Bill.
can you sing happy birthday? There you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Mom.
Happy birthday, dear Zach. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you to this very large crowd. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. But it's an example, right? And when we sing together, isn't the feeling of belonging just all over you? We are all doing the same thing. And in this moment, we're all projecting our love to you with a song. This is really incredible, like a simple thing that we do often in the year, like singing happy birthday to others. And this is one example, of course, of a very simple thing that we can do. But singing together also really creates a bond that nothing else, like making music or singing together, create a bond. It's not only spiritual and psychological, but it's also physiological, because your brain lights up at the same exact speed of every other brain. So like when you in the military, like you were saying, like a group of people, big group of people singing at exactly the same time, with the same rhythm, the same words, like that creates an incredibly strong bond in between everybody. Yeah, it's powerful, really beautiful, loving power.
And I believe you definitely know best because you orchestrated at one point. Is that correct?
What do you mean orchestrated?
The music world is so not my thing, but the guy who does this.
Oh, like conducting?
Yes.
Yes, I used to work in Italy. I did that a lot with choruses and choirs. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And I love writing arrangements and writing songs for voices and other instruments too, of course. But yeah, I love human voices, period. I can't help it. I love all of them. And it really hurts my heart when people come and say, oh, I never sang. And I have students that are in their 70s. And even I had a student who was 82. And they said, I never sang because I've been told that I had a bad voice, and so they didn't make me. For 82 years, you didn't sing. That's so sad. Nobody has the right to tell you so. No one. I'm serious. Like, fight back, sing in their face all the time. Anything.
Do you think the music industry is going to change with this whole AI thing unraveling?
Well, the music industry. So the music that we listen to and hear everywhere, because you go in a supermarket or you go in a mall, and it's in your ears, you can't help it. It's built to to last for a very short period. So, you know, I remember when I was little, my mom would sing me songs that still nowadays I can hear. I actually love those songs. But if you ask me, you know, what was last month big hit in Italy or here, I don't know, because there were probably 4, 5, 6, and they all sound alike to me. Sorry, music industry. This is how I feel
No, I
about
think
it.
you're definitely right. I think we're, as a society, maybe it's just the West. I've only ever lived here. Um, it's so much about the industry, and I've noticed you've mimicked me when I said that and kind of smiled, and it made me think, like, what am I saying wrong? And to your point, it's a business, and it's just chasing dollars or more streams or downloads, and it really makes me appreciate like Beethoven and Bach all the more, because that's timeless. I think everybody knows them, but to your point, I couldn't tell you what was the top 10 song last week. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, I think he's popping off right now, but like
Probably.
overall, yeah, it's interesting, the evolution of music and how we go through these cycles as civilizations, and we always seem to come back to music to create that foundation for healing.
Oh, definitely. And music always find its way, always sneaks in and out. Governments and states and nations and times and space always finds the way. Music always finds a way, its way, no matter what. It's
So you had mentioned earlier, are you're familiar with the Shipibo?
yes, I never worked with Shipibo people, actually, but I some of my teachers did, and I've been taught from them about their traditions.
Yeah, it's incredible. So I got to spend last summer with the Shipibo people under a gentleman named Don Enrique,
Oh.
Maestro, and he explained the Ikaro is a tool, and you're playing this middleman as the shaman. You're the channeler of sound, but that sound carries technologies from the plants of whatever plants you've connected with. So the primary one being ayahuasca, but for Enrique and his family, they work with a plant called noyorao, as well as bobinsana and marusa and a few others. You familiar with bobinsana?
I'm familiar with the names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful plants, though, and what was the most interesting is when I was in those ayahuasca ceremonies with this incredibly powerful gentleman, the fractal patterns and how they changed based upon the frequency and pitch of his voice, it just opened up other worlds. It was
Oh, they are.
incredible, absolutely incredible. And I find a very similar experience with singing bowls.